Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Jared Goff and the NFC champion Los Angeles Rams as they match up with a former league MVP, Matt Ryan, and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime. But for now, it's my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jared Goff leading the Rams onto the field. Well, Goff had won 9 straight games versus the NFC West before the Week 5 Thursday night loss at Seattle. Now in that game, 29 of 49, put it in the air a lot, 395 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also an interception. And you think about his numbers so far, 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That's been the problem, taking care of the football, because he's put up the yardage numbers. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, 912 yards combined through the air for Jared Goff. Goff on first down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Goff on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He gets it to Cooks. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Edge rusher Takars McKinley gets our attention right now. Had a very solid season in 2018 with 7 sacks, but really expects to make a jump. Eager to get to double digits in 2019 and beyond. New defensive coordinator, it's his head coach, Dan Quinn.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Goff throwing again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Matt Ryan of the Atlanta Falcons offense, and it's been interesting because Matt Ryan, through his first 5 games this year, all of them over 300 passing yards, but the Falcons at 1-4. Defense really struggled this last week to stop Houston. The Texans put up 53 points, but in that game, Matt Ryan, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns passing. He ran in another score. And through 5 weeks, he leads the NFC in passing yardage. But again, if that defense can't stop anybody, this 1-4 Falcons start could continue going in the wrong direction. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Get used to that, folks. The Falcons are going to look number 11's way early and often, and he's onto the stat sheet already on the first play from scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Gotta do better.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. And here's the offense now. Charles, who's the guy you chose to highlight?
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return, never good for the opposition.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Letting one go deep, and he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After reviewing the play,
they had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Rams here set to get the football back on offense. This is a crew at 3-2 that got off to a hot start with those 3 straight wins to begin the season. Then came the Week 4 debacle against Tampa Bay. They get the short week, have to travel up the coast to Seattle on a Thursday night in Week 5, and it came down to a 44-yard field goal, which would seem to be money in the bank for Greg Zuerlein, but he pushed it wide right, and the Rams now sit at 3-2, and they have some extra time to think about it before they regroup for another big one back home against the 49ers Week 6. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Of course, with Gurley, the Rams, they have been content to monitor that workload in the early part of the season, mostly keeping him around the 14 to 16 carry mark. A far cry from last year when he had games of, gosh, he had 28 carries in one game, 25 in another, 23 in another. But it's been a different story for Todd Gurley in 2019. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley.
I got it.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. From the 40 now on second down, Goff, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Try to get it to Woods, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Goff now to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the defensive starting lineup for Atlanta, which has really struggled in this 1-4 start. You think back to Week 5 against Houston, they gave up 53 points, most points allowed by a Falcons team since 2004. They allowed 37 points in the second half of that game, 592 yards of total offense. And now this defense is going to try to right the ship going forward. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The defense here for the Rams.
All right, partner, turn the house lights down. Turn the spotlight on bright. There he is, the best defender in the NFL today. A 5-time Pro Bowler, 4-time first-team All-Pro. That's Aaron Donald, who led the NFL in sacks in 2018 with 20.5. He's also the reigning Defensive Player of the Year 2 years running. The only other players to win 2 consecutive, how about Lawrence Taylor and J.J. Watt? I'd say that's pretty good company.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the shotgun, Ryan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Right 25. Mike 58, right there. Here we go, G.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan caught by Jones. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. Ryan now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Ryan. Completes a short throw to Stocker, and he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ryan now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Get ready, Blue 80. 25. Watch the run. Blue 80, sit on that. Blue 80, sit on that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Again, it'll be Freeman. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, let him go. You don't let him go.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
7 yards there and a first down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Goff throwing complete to Kupp, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set the tone, defense.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
45 the mic. Let's go, Heavy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Well, it's a jet sweep to football to Woods. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. Black 20. Black 45. Hey. Check 45.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now it's Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
59, ready. Ladies. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Check 50, check 50. Ladies,
Freeman again, a first down carry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Ryan now going to try to run the option left, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
ready, blue 80. Blue 80. My front board. Come on. Come on, D. Get up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Cut. 180. 45. You run. What's up?
Gurley again here on first down.
We go.
On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Check on. 120. 59. Mike to 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9".
Throwing on third. Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down throw. Goff. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, check.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
He wasn't ready.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After reviewing the play,
this challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Ready, Blue 80. Mike 54. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Blue 80 set.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, Jones has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Push him back.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to go for a big, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 64 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Like 20. He's 59. Mike to 59. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. Double up.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
We're going 180. Two times. 4 down.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he'll find Everett there, complete. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm coming for you.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
To throw again. Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces a while now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Come on. Like 20. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Gurley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
180. Check 45 the mic. You must be dreaming.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
I'm going to run you over.
Goff on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
go tonight. Wait, please. It's going to be a long day.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Right here.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This is Brown on the draw play. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm on. Watch out.
From the gun on third down. Goff. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Ryan, he's got Freeman here. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Ready, 25. Come on. Stop your whining.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a draw play for Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike, check.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now it's gone. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Grady Jarrett. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mike 58 right there. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
This is Freeman. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They run. Devontae Freeman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ready, blue 80, like 25. Like 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Like 20. 59. Come off the ball. Mike's 59.
On first down, it's gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the 17, Goff. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Goff. This is caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Tonight, 180. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go forward.
Back to throw. Goff. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. But a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Freeman again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, Goff. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're running with Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Goff. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is gone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.